All right, what is up, YouTube? For all you boxing fans tuning in, it's K right here. I'm back with another good video for you guys. I have a good idea for boxing for 135-pound lightweight division of why I believe there should be a Super 6 tournament to squander all the lightweight division beef. So hear me out. Ryan Garcia had an interview on DAZN with AJ and Barack. I don't like those guys. I think honestly they're very biased, and they don't really bring out like all the facts all together. But they're decent people to say the least. But Ryan Garcia, he was on their show talking about that Devin Haney needs Ryan Garcia more than Ryan Garcia needs Devin Haney. And it's really funny because Devin Haney, he doesn't say anything to Ryan Garcia. He doesn't run his mouth towards Ryan. He doesn't say anything but, give me all the smoke. I'm waiting here. Who the hell wants to fight me? See, now, here's a question. If the 135-pound division is like the hottest division in boxing, how can we ever tell who's going to fight who if guys are going to go their own individual route? So how about this? For all you lightweight division prospects or top contenders, hear me out, even though that I'm a small channel to you. Have a Super 6 tournament. Yeah, I said it. Have a World Series boxing tournament. Have the top 6 guys in the lightweight division go at it. And I will pull it up for you right now. I'll just pull up Ryan's name. And I will call off the possible 6 Super 6 contenders or champions that will go at it. So we will have Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, and Devin the Dream Haney all be top 3 contenders or top 3 champions. And after that, we will have Ryan Garcia. I'll probably put Luke Campbell, and we'll have George Kambosos Jr. And what will happen is that the champions will fight their mandatories. That will be number 1. So Teofimo, he would fight George Kambosos Jr. And then for Gervonta, Devin, Luke, and Ryan, they will have a wild card, or like, just hear me out with this idea, but I would probably go with like a random wild card ball, similar to like all the other Super 6 tournaments that other fighters have gotten into. But what I would do is that the champion gets a number and the challengers get a number. So between the champion and the challenger or champions, whoever hits on that number, those guys will fight each other. Or minus like the mandatories that have to fight, let the champion have a randomized select number for every fighter of that list for the tournament, and whoever's number meets that other guy's number to fight, then they fight. So the winners of those fights can move up to the top. And whoever's going to fight, like let's just say Devin Haney is going to fight Gervonta Davis, out of this whole tournament. And, let's just say Devin Haney wins and he takes Gervonta Davis's titles, because all titles will be on the line for 135-pound lightweight division. So, even if Tank loses, he's still going to be, credible, within his division. But he's just going to go down probably like a couple spots more in rank. And then he'll just have to, come back up. But let's just say Devin wins, he moves up, and then pretty much that next fighter will face the winner of the next fight of those 2 guys that have 2 opposite numbers that will fight each other, i.e. Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo, or George Kambosos Jr. versus, I don't know, Luke Campbell. So I think that will be a good way to trade off all the big fights, and these guys can go at it with each other and make themselves more notable, in the division. And I think that would be a good idea if these promoters could ever come to an agreement and probably have it set up. And I think either way, if that were to be made, that would be a pretty good idea, because I think for Super 6, that will definitely determine who is better than who, and nobody can have excuses for saying, okay, well, you joined this tournament, blah blah blah, so you shouldn't have to be arguing whether if you're gonna fight this guy or not. And actually, it should be a volunteer thing. So either way, the top 6 guys within that division, they'll probably get called up whether if they want to join the tournament or not. But I think either way, that would be a lot more encouraging, because it would get all the big fights out of like that division out, and those fighters can fight each other for the number 1 spot of that division, because that tournament will lead to the final fight of that tournament for all the marbles. So either way, whoever comes out on top, they win. It's pretty much like a Mortal Kombat tournament where you fight to the death and whoever wins wins. I'm not saying it like that, but I think there needs to be another Super 6 tournament for 135 pounds or for the lightweight division, because all these fighters that keep talking smack, that try to say like, oh well, this fighter needs me, this fighter doesn't need me, blah blah blah. Just fight. And I understand what you guys are going to say. For all you haters, you're going to try to tell me that's not how boxing works. Promoters have to approve these fights and make sure that the fight can sell. The fight will sell. If Tank is in this tournament, I'm just using him as a prime example, he will sell out every single crowd. I'm just saying that in theory, if there was a Super 6 tournament and you could, despite COVID going on, with all this BS with having crowds, you can still have a crowd, let's just say at the, I don't know, Dallas Cowboys Stadium. You could definitely rack in at least 10 to 20,000 fans, and then sell it on pay-per-view for at least maybe $49.99. Yeah, that would be awesome. And at that same stretch, you are bringing more guys out of their divisions or out of other divisions to do the same thing, because it will make way more money, and it will encourage more people to be more hungrier for the title contender position, or fighters being more hungry for the title contention, position or rank. So I think either way, this should happen for the lightweight division, for Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, George Kambosos Jr., all the contenders or champions of the top 6 fighters within the lightweight division go at it in a super awesome, elite boxing tournament where these guys go at it, and then that'll determine who is the best at 135. We've already had it for the lightweight division. We had it for the super middleweight division. We've had it for the junior welterweight division with Josh Taylor winning it, even though that was a controversial win over Regis Prograis. But guess what? That is what boxing needs. I think people just need to shut up and stop running their mouth, i.e. Ryan Garcia, where he says that Devin Haney needs him more than Ryan needs Devin, which that is pretty known and pretty evident, because Ryan, you're not a champion, dude. I understand that you may think that you're a champion because of the WBC has too many damn belts in boxing, but my dude, you are not a champion. You don't have a belt yet. And if you can beat Devin Haney, I think it's best to have it in a Super 6 tournament, so that way your exposure and all of your fan base can increase more, so that way your credibility could be known for that division. But either way, I think that would be a good idea to clean up all the smack that's being talked about in the lightweight division and other divisions as well, so guys can just get it done and those fighters can advance with their careers. So that's pretty much my video for, you know, this particular subject. I think Ryan really needs to, you know, probably fight, you know, Devin Haney if he is successful against Luke Campbell. But I find that very unlikely because Luke Campbell has the ability to stop Ryan. Because one, he has championship experience. He's been at it with other guys in the ring. And two, he has more IQ in the ring to slow his opponents down and make the fight more, you know, more of a chess match rather than a brawl. And I think that if Ryan doesn't let Luke fight his fight, then I think, you know, Ryan could definitely beat Luke Campbell, but Luke Campbell is not a pushover. I don't know why people keep saying this, but he will give Ryan the toughest fight of his life, and I won't be surprised if Luke actually stops Ryan, because Ryan does not have that capability of dealing with guys with, like, you know, with pressure and with more of a defensive boxer's, you know, puncher's output. Basically like a defensive volume puncher. That's what I was trying to look for. But either way, let me know what you guys think. Do you think there should be a Super 6 tournament for the lightweight division and other divisions as we've seen it in the previous year, in the previous years? And you know, do you think that these big fights really need to start happening like right now, so that way all the smack and all this trash talk can be over with? So let me know. I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully we can see what comes in the near coming future with the top names like Devin Haney, Teofimo, or Gervonta Tank Davis. It'll be a very interesting, you know, timeline to see where that landscape will go. All right, I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much. Bye.